ban phase is starting right about now. Let's see what the first choice for the defenders is going to be. Now, commonly we see a Thatcher ban on this map due to just the sheer power of opening up the garage wall for free using the Thatcher's EMP, and that's indeed Thatcher. Now, the second ban is more of a flex ban. Could be a Maverick. We could see a Jackal being banned simply because it's just the power of Jackal to clear out the roamers. However, they could go for a more target ban on this map because they have seen um, each other play, and it might be a different one from usual. No, that's a Jackal. Um, fairly standard ban, honestly. It's just the power of Jackal to clear out the top floor, to clear out the roamers, and just find where the Jaeger who is on the roam is playing is so beneficial to the overall team. Um, so the third ban for defense is gonna come out, and it's probably gonna be more of a standard ban like Echo or Mira. However, they could go. Oh, that's Kaid. Interesting. All right, so Kaid is getting banned, which leaves out the Bandit to be the only breach denial, as well as Mute, of course. Pretty quick ban coming out from Shosha, and that's gonna be Echo. So Mira is currently in play now. If they have prepared any Mira strats, we're gonna see them probably come. All right, and the game is starting right now.
I feel like those bans were pretty standard for Consulate. You have your standard Thatcher, your standard Jackal to clear out the roam on a pretty big, sizable map, and you have Decayed ban.
All right, so we see Kali come out for the attackers. Now that's quite a good alternative to Thatcher. And now that Kali's, however, she's getting 6-pick to Hibana. Never mind. All right. So we actually did not see a hard breach on their attacker side, so that's why they have had to probably 6-pick the Hibana onto it, and they're gonna deal with the breach denial some other way. However, we're going upstairs for this site. They're bringing out
Attackers
a
need to
Vigil.
locate and defuse as many
We're
bombs as
probably
they
gonna see
can.
Vigil play more around admin area just because of how much foliage and how much debris Vigil can play around with in that area. What are your thoughts so far, Original?
I personally think top floor is one of the strongest sides on Consulate. There's not as much vertical play you can do other than down up. And most of the time, if you want to take a site, you have to go through admin and get pretty hard map control to really have any standing on
10
attack.
seconds to insertion.
With the
5 seconds left.
What's up?
I find it interesting for them to choose the
Attackers
Nomad
must
because
locate
that
and
helps a
defuse
lot
the
on
bomb.
attack with rotates back up ease the stairs if they take admin or if they have spiral control.
Indeed, in fact, a lot of teams ban Nomad on this map simply because the run-out game on this map is just so strong to get the attackers off the windows. Mostly top floor is such a window-heavy map. You can repel on the connector window, looking into both of the sides. If you just hard breach the wall, sometimes without even a hard breach, 3 C4s are coming up from the attack, so from the defense, my bad. So we could expect a little bit of vertical play there, maybe Pulse going underneath and C4 the floor. Admin state currently being contested by Zofia just repelling on the windows. I'm not quite sure if there's anyone in admin as of right now. I don't think they will be fighting for admin. I think they're just gonna give it up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are. You do have the Legion on long desk though, holding printer side. So if the Zofia does decide to go push in, she does have to deal with that Legion.
Yeah, absolutely. And we see no IQ coming out, so most likely that who's gonna go unnoticed. Zofia could step onto it. Zofia is making quite a bit of progress, and we see first shots being fired at the Legion, trying to take shots at Zofia from Printer. Legion's backing away just a little bit while Zofia's holding a pixel angle. Now Ash is creating an opening pick. Riskus is going down, and that was Pulse downstairs. Quite unfortunate losing Pulse simply because of the Intel and the C4. One C4 is out. Horizon is taking another pick, and that was the Mute. Zofia is still contesting the call here. So I believe it's gonna be a projector execute. They have people on the balcony now. Legion's position is currently a key position because if he dies, they pretty much have control of site. They have Nomad, they have Zofia, and Legion could actually go down right now unless Zofia can take him out. One impact nade's going out. However, a Ash cleans up the house. All 5 attackers are still on the board. Jaeger's the only one left, and he picks up 1 kill. Has to play absolutely perfectly, but however, his HP is not looking good, and he goes down with just 1 hit. TOG take the first round of the game. Quite a strong display of power by TOG currently. They took control of that admin very, very quickly. It was not contested whatsoever. Ash created that amazing opening, taking out the pulse, knowing that nobody is probably going to play up downstairs anymore. Quite an interesting round.
That was definitely a very heavy push that they did at the very end. Their execution was great. Everyone was sticking out for the whole entire round. They were holding tight angles and they were preparing to push onto projector, but they ended up getting all of the defenders, which allowed them to take that win.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of 1v1 gunfights that attackers are simply winning due to either just hitting their shots or just their guns being ultimately better. Now, Batters is going to come out as a 6th pick from the Maestro, and we
Defenders,
are going
protect
to
your bombs
go
from being defused by
for the
attackers.
basement. So the first site kind of didn't work out for them, the console office, 2nd floor, so I guess they just decided to switch it up a little bit. Fairly simple setup coming out from the defenders. Smoke, Jaeger, pretty much default picks, and Castle. And the only thing I wonder is where the Castle brackets are going to go. Now, Castle is more like an operator that actually can reshape the site for the defenders. Castle barricades may not seem like a big deal, however, they have to get answered somehow. And I don't think they have any answer except for Zofia and Ash, so if they both go down, that castle might remain unanswered, blocking off the walls. There was a little bit of a heavy setup coming from the defenders in the bathroom. They have their new jammers and it's being reinforced, so they're probably gonna hold yellow a little bit harder than usual, because we know that a lot of people actually give up top yellow control. Oh, that's why they're playing the hatch. Exactly.
A bomb has been located.
Controlling this hatch is quite essential because it denies a lot of area. If the attackers get control of that hatch, they take it for their advantage. So they kind of have to hold that space. What do you think, Original? How is this round shaping up so far?
I personally really like the vertical hold through the hatch. It creates a lot more work for the attackers to do. They have to clear top 3rd floor and then go and deal with the defender. Ooh, a pick from from Nomad from CEO window.
Absolutely. So we have a trade coming out. So Zofia is dead. However, we still have Ash. So a trade, honestly, Zofia for Jaeger is decent enough. One of the roamers out the way. So if they just take control very fast, they will be fairly confident pushing down 1 floor down. So I believe top floor is completely clear, and all the defenders are hunkered down onto just their default playing spots. I believe one person is still in bathroom. That's correct. That's mute, and the rest of the team is just downstairs.
I do think that this is going to be an interesting take for the attackers, only because Zofia, which brings 2 impacts, is now gone, and it's all up to Buck now to open up the floor for Habana to even open up the wall. But it appears that she's not even going to go for the wall, so it has to be from a Visa push or a circle take.
No, absolutely. I don't see any pressure being put on the piano at the moment, as I can see. So they could most likely. It's 1 minute left on the clock. This has to be an executed push. I don't see them lining up just yet, unless they're going to go for it right about now. 1 minute left on the clock, and defenders just have to wait.
It appears to be a split push towards yellow and also down Visa stairs, which will be interesting only because there's going to be 3 pushing in from the yellow side, and 2 are actually no, 1 will be coming up from behind. So if they push all of their defenses on yellow, then the Ash or whoever will be able to clean them up from behind, which will allow the attackers to win. But we'll have to see because the way that these defenders are holding the site.
No, good nitro comes down from the defenders, but only 30 seconds left. They have to do something. All smokes are still in place. Smoke can deny them the area. However, Ash makes an entry. Only 15 seconds left.
seconds
Soul
to go.
goes down. Ash has to make a play at this point. She runs into side, tries to get mute, but I believe she's getting crossed in the crossfire. I don't think this is salvageable for the attackers at this point, unless a big mistake is coming out. No, Shosha is able to clean up the round. It was quite a late push by the attackers. I feel like there wasn't a call for a direct push. I feel like they were just a little bit split up, and Shosha just took advantage of it.
Yeah, I definitely feel like they were way too focused on the piano vertical play than taking backside and getting control and then trying to get a quick plant off through a kitchen and have someone in the connector.
Oh, definitely. It's just uh, taking too long. I believe they just took a little bit too long with the top control. Um, but anyhow, we have a Blitz getting 6 picks into Ash. I'm not surprised. Blitz is not usually played on a competitive level. Um, there's just a
Attackers need
couple
to
of operators
locate
that are a
and
little bit
defuse
better
bombs.
at doing certain things, especially when you need to answer a castle or you need to make an opening into side. And obviously, a gun is just better. So we're looking at almost the same setup that we had on the round 1. Unfortunately, Shosha could not hold console office on the first round, but they're going to go for it at this point. So let's see, we have a player's task.
Hopefully this time, holding up the console site, they will be able to shape up their
5
defenses,
seconds to go.
and hopefully that the attackers won't take advantage of the 1v1s and hard
Attackers
push
are
into the
moving out to
projector.
locate the bomb.
Absolutely. So pretty default setup. Valkyrie cams are going out of the building. No,
They definitely just seem to be doing a more aggressive play with holding. They seem to be doing a more aggressive play on defense, mainly because they are more spread out and they have one person playing in piano. That seems to be Pulse, and hopefully he'll be able to take one out and get caught up by attack from clear.
No, absolutely. No, I don't believe they're holding the admin strongly. I believe there's just only one person holding admin, and there could be a lesion. If they just take admin control, the same thing they did last round. Pulse is getting spotted, destroyed the drone. And I believe Pulse has to change up the strategy a little bit. So Valkyrie is making a crazy run out. Actually gets taken out, but still downs Horizon only to 10 HP. So damage has been dealt. However, Valkyrie goes down with it. Pressure's being put on the projector. We have Shoot on the mute, just hoping Hibana can overextend a little bit backwards just to take out her head, because he knows she's only 10 HP. Flashes are coming out onto the projector. This could be a push on the projector yet again.
You still have the Legion on long death. They're trying to do another admin take like they did round 1. So this could very well be a repeat of round 1, but we will see. Ooh, the buck got ran out from bottom of from sight. Never mind.
And we can see this is just how strong this map for runouts. Just run out heaven as long as you have the information, as long as you have the Valkyrie cams. You can contest people on the windows. And usually people are not ready for it. So Legion is able to take out Baron, who was playing Sophia. 2 more Legion traps are going out. 2 people left on the balcony. They're pushing onto side. Mute just has to land their shots.
Has been dropped.
Getting pretty cornered. Mute goes down, and the only person left is Soul on the Nomad. Shosha is
From
able to
below.
take this round. Now, if you guys don't mind, you just take it over for me because I'm a little bit caught up with a little bit other thing.
That was an interesting round. Unlike the first round, they did not deal with the pulse straight away. They worried about they worried about the admin take and runouts and the repel from. Yeah, usually get a thought behind in the back of your mind when you see a pulse where, oh no, am I gonna get a C forward? Oh no, am I gonna get shot through the ground? And the pulse was just not dealt with. Same as the Valkyrie cams. So that gave the defenders quite a bit of an advantage over intel and making sure the attackers are in check.
That was a pretty interesting round. The defenders
Defenders,
definitely took
protect
out
your bombs from being defused by
their
attackers.
advantage on this map being a heavy run out map, and that's what we saw with the Valkyrie and potentially with the admin push. Except the Valkyrie only delayed their time with the Habana and at least dealing
Attackers
plenty
have
of
located a
damage
bomb.
and making it go down to a 1v3 situation. It seems now that the defenders are now going circle desk and piano, the third favorite objective for this map. Wamai will be holding the small closet on piano, which
10 seconds
or on
left
circle
before
desk, which is a quite interesting hold because it's such a small corner to sit in.
5 seconds to
Except
go.
that if you can hold it properly, I do think you can deal a lot of damage if the attackers do not deal
Attacker's
with you.
objective is to defuse the bomb.
This objective is a very vertical-oriented site, so you're going to see the attackers mainly take upstairs and then work their way down once they have
Attackers
enough.
have located a bomb.
Once they have enough control of the top floor, so they can get a pretty easy plant off. Post plants are pretty hard in most cases, unless the defenders have it under control. But it looks like we're seeing more of a teller's hold than vertical.
Absolutely, and we're seeing an extension onto tellers. The walls are being reinforced. A rotate is being made as well. And Visa could be potentially contested very, very soon. We have two people play close to teller's position. So I don't quite normally see this extension. Maybe it's just I haven't had experience with it that much. Because a lot of players, as previously mentioned, they like to take upstairs rather than downstairs. And the first pick goes to our Mozzie player. That's hit, taking out our Zofia. Quite an important frag right there. However, he gets traded fairly quickly, and I believe attackers have top control at this point. However, shots from underneath come out, and Buck goes down. Down button out, however, can be saved by his friends.
It doesn't look like it doesn't look like the defenders realize they actually downed the Buck, which is a vital pick from the defenders if they can confirm that kill. But like I said, it doesn't look like they know he's down, so he can be saved from most likely soul from the rappel.
However, time is ticking down. They have to get Buck up very, very soon. I believe they do have enough time. Indeed, if Buck goes down, they don't have very much vertical play anymore. And with only a minute left, they have to make sure the execute is gonna come very, very soon. Wamai is actually playing in the closet. Unfortunately, that magnet falls down from the fan. Hate to see that. Let's see. So Buck is starting to make noise upstairs. 50 seconds on the clock. Has to be quite fast with the breaches, because still they have to push into side and execute a plan. Attackers definitely need to put more pressure right about now. 30 seconds left. We don't see much approach from the attackers just yet. 4 versus 4 with only 30 seconds. Ash creates an opening. Castle's dead. Tellers is taken by the attackers. Now 20 seconds. Something has to be done. Resist takes out our Buck player. Only 15 seconds. They have to execute a push right about now. Defenders are ready for it. So Resist is able to take out one of their attackers. So App cleans up house with a crucial kill on horizon, and Aces cleans up with with a Metsuka. I hate to see that.
You really do. You really do.
I definitely think that was an interesting hold by the defenders going out into tellers. It definitely delayed them from pushing in from that side and going right up the Visa stairs and having them have instant upstairs control, because that site is very vertical heavy. And it definitely was a toll on them since their Buck was down for the majority of the round, and he could have had a bigger impact if he was at max HP and making holes for the defenders to worry about.
Yeah, I believe he was down for almost 40 seconds. It's just a lot of time. He was just laying on the floor. He could have made a lot more impact. And I believe just by losing time,
Attackers need to locate and defuse as
just
many
attackers
bombs
could
as
not
they
execute
can.
on time. It had to go down to the last 10 seconds. And
Attackers have
Resist just
discovered the
taking the
location of the
momentum,
bomb.
and he was able to take out 2 attackers from yellow.
We see them go back down into basement. it, and they have the same setup. It's probably going to be the same setup as they had last time with the mute holding the hatch in bathroom and everyone holding down below. It worked pretty well the first time. Why not try it again? And
10 seconds left before insertion.
yeah.
Absolutely. We see similar lineup coming out from the round where they played basement. Castle
Attackers are
Smoke,
heading out
again,
to defuse
mute
the bomb.
for information denial. Bandit has to pretty much come out because with this current Kaid ban, there's only so many operators that can deny their wall. Now we're seeing a lot of soft breach coming out. There's Sophia, there's Buck, and there's Ash. Now if they just take control of Piano very quickly, they can actually get rid of those bandit batteries. Simply because Thatcher is not available, there's not much room to play around that bandit trick. So that wall can be very free if they just utilize their time properly. Drones are coming out from the top floor. We have a reverse repel Nomad trying to just clear out, try to capitalize on defender roamers if they're just overcommitting and running around. Admin is slowly being thrown out. Top control is probably going to be established within the next 40 seconds, but they have to move because the side is all the way downstairs. If they take again too long with their roam clear, they might be forced to push to side within the last 10 seconds without any prior information. Now, I believe that they got that wall freed up. Exactly, we see that Buck is making work from the piano ceiling, more like piano floor, looking down, and Thermite will be able to throw in a charge and most likely open up the wall for the attackers with 1 minute 30 on the clock left.
Unlike the previous attack where it was more of a teller's push down Visa, it's looking more like it's going to be a west side take, opening up the wall, going down spiral, trying to get stuff. Ash knows she downed the Jaeger, confirming the kill. They have established most of first floor, except for the mute inside of the bathroom, holding the hatch. Yeah, drones going out, drone out, making sure people are in check. And it misses the C4 onto the ceiling to get the confirmed kill.
Might be a kill here from the Buck, however, tags him for quite a bit. We have a swing coming from the yellow. Now, a lot of gunfire is happening at the moment. Ash just drops down the hatch, and that's 4v1. It's looking very strong in favor of the attackers. And just Castle not being able to hold, definitely a 1v3 situation, very stacked towards the attackers.
I definitely do think that the defenders gave up first floor way too quickly. They could have waited out a little bit more for the attackers to get more comfortable upstairs and not thinking that there's not anyone contesting it. Now, the mute drop down to back to site almost pretty much let them have all of upstairs. If the Jaeger held out just a little bit more, he could have came up from behind and taken out everyone from above, or at least a couple, which would have gave them more of an advantage, but they pursued a little bit too fast and got caught in the gunfire.
Oh, definitely. And Jaeger going down, almost ran away. Was shot in his feet, and he was down and confirmed.
Defenders,
so that
protect
kill
your bombs from being
could have
defused by
been
attackers.
would have been crucial to take that round away. But it's okay. So Shosha is still looking strong. 3 rounds in defense. TOG just took their attacking round. All they have to do is just on defense. They have to realize, yeah, it's just 1 more round left for them. Main thing is just not give up on the momentum.
Seems like Pulse is going to be playing below again, and hopefully the attackers will actually roam clear and take him out this time, because he was a crucial part of their last console hold.
10 seconds to
It
go.
seems like there's going to be 2 of them holding up in admin and contesting that a little bit harder than the first time.
Oh, definitely, and barricades are coming out. I'm definitely excited to see how this round is going to play out. It's our 3rd time on this side. It's gone either way, but with probably Valkyrie, they're going to grab a little bit more information on the attackers, knowing that they have not brought IQ just yet, so those cameras are probably going to live if they're put in the right spots. So, Zofia is contesting our admin yet again. Legion is just playing a little bit safe, just holding a foot angle. Valkyrie cams are being checked. That's a very, very nice camera looking onto the important windows. Buck is clearing up that wall, sorry, the window from Copier. Pressures Legion into rotating away. And I believe that was the call to just take admin. They have control of admin with 2 minutes left on the clock, a very, very quick take. They want to make sure there's probably nobody playing below for C4s, but they're feeling very, very confident, breaching the walls, breaching all the doors that are being barricaded, and they're looking very, very strong. What do you think, Original?
They do look very strong, but as last round they didn't worry about the pulse, and that bit them in the butt last time. But you do have Legion falling a little bit further back than usual, with Ritz getting a kill into admin, I believe, from below.
Now, confrontation might happen if he's hiding behind them. However, Horizon, just with a better weapon, with his assault rifle, takes out Rissus, who was just confronting him with the pistol, knowing that shotgun might not do the job at the range that Thermite was at. Let's see, so it's 4v4. HB is in the favor of the defenders at the moment, because Baron and Soul and Taper took a little bit of a hit. Just a little bit, but could be crucial. So Hit takes out our Baron, who was on the Sophia. So they're only left with Thermite, Nomad, and Buck. Decent weapons, but they could be outfragged by the defenders just because they still have 50 seconds in the round. Defenders just need to get those kills at this point. Long distance being breached, and they could execute on the projector room. Mute swings out, gets traded though very, very quickly. Legion could get picked off from the desk. And that reduces to 2v2, 30 seconds on the clock. All they have to do is just regroup and execute a proper push. Jaeger falls down. Oh my goodness. Buck drops dead with a diffuser. Has to swing. That reduces to 1v1.
15 seconds to go.
I don't believe they have the intel where they're located. Has to execute a
10
plan.
seconds left.
Plan has to get stuck. And that was a fake. Swings out. And I don't think there's a time. Has to get the frag. Is there a possibility? Shosha is able to actually hold. That Jaeger was able to kill. Was swung out by that Nomad. However, shots were not able to land.
That Nomad was not prepared to was prepared to take the fight, but was not fast enough to engage with that Jaeger, causing them to lose that round. Jaeger was looking the wrong direction, but quickly did finish off that round for TOG.
No, absolutely. It's just could be the ACOG. That's just too much of a zoom for the Nomad. That unfortunately missed. Again, very, very close round, down to the last millisecond, pretty much. All right, so we have a flip, and now we have TOG on defense. They're gonna go for the top floor. Sophia is actually being 6-picked for an IQ, seeing how much intel they bring in. We have Maestro and Valkyrie, plus the Jaeger. IQ can pretty much see all their gadgets
Attackers
from the
need to
roof.
locate and defuse as many
We have
bombs
not
as they
seen
can.
IQ come out from TOG when they were attacking, and Valkyrie was able to be brought out on the last round, potentially gave them information to get an advantage. I'm quite curious to see how TOG is going to defend, simply because for the first 6 rounds we watched Shosha. But what do you think, Original? How do you think this round is going to shape up?
This round's gonna be pretty interesting. It looks like we're gonna have people holding on top of top yellow and bathroom to make sure that they can push them back
5 seconds left
from Shosha. It's looking more of a like a bunker type hold than a vertical type hold, because they do not have a pulse and not as much intel. Actually, no, I take that back. They do have intel. They're using those cameras, I'm assuming, upstairs and outside to control the attackers, like you did see on a previous round from Shosha, holding back their repels and pushes onto site.
Definitely. So the use of information could be used aggressively and defensively. You know, that Valkyrie could use her cameras for runouts, which is being used very, very aggressively, while Maestro is more of a defensive operator, right? The cameras under the roof can only be taken out by currently only Twitch.
Only Twitch, yeah.
I don't believe there's any answer for those Maestro cams unless they bring Twitch and be able to shut that camera. 'Cause I don't believe they can remove those cams.
They do have a mute though. So even if the Twitch does get on or get her Twitch drone into the build, they do now have to worry about not getting that drone Twitch or muted.
Definitely. I'm very interested to see how Twitch is gonna play out this round. Let's see. So Soul actually goes down. It was a dog player. They already breached into admin. The camera is getting taken out. That was hidden inside the plant. And I believe they now have total admin control. Buck is going to be slowly pushing up, in control of more of a map. 1 minute 30 left on the clock. And attackers are slowly
located
getting
by
more control of the map. However, and we have IQ go down. So 4v4. HP is still looking good. Nobody is close to dying. Rappel on the windows, and Twitch actually be able to take out the Jaeger player. So Twitch is definitely making work, at least from fragging potential. Maestro's currently camping inside of the bathroom. Very good camp placement. He's able to look in both ways. The Twitch drone probably tastes that camera. Let's see. So again, 40 seconds left. Gunfire is being exchanged into yellow. Attackers have a lot of map control at this point. 40 seconds left on the clock. They took control of Projector, and Maestro goes down as well. This is not looking good for defenders, and exactly Shosha is able to capitalize on another round.
That was a very interesting round, only because the Valkyrie was not going downstairs and was waiting for their plant to go down. But they did seem to have a frag potential, but she only sat in the yellow stairs and was taken out by the attackers. She could have sat downstairs and wait for the plan with the Maestro cams and ended the whole round by 1 nitro cell, but it appears that she was going for a yellow push and got taken out.
Definitely, just attackers just felt very coordinated. The map control was taken within a reasonable amount of time, and I believe TOG is gonna go for another hold on the top floor. Zofia again getting 6 picks to IQ. Now I believe for our Shosha eSports, Twitch is gonna
Attackers need
be
to
one of the
locate
main
and
picks
defuse as many bombs
for
as
this
they
map.
can.
Definitely you see more Zofia being played on Twitch nowadays. Since the nerf to the recoil of the F2, a lot of players now hesitate playing Twitch, especially in the competitive setting. A lot of players prefer Zofia. However, Twitch is still very capable of making work. Her weapon is still very good if you can slam the shots. Again, we see Maestro and Valkyrie being brought out. However, this time we have Goyo instead of Elysian. Goyo shields could shape up the site quite differently. Goyo was being brought out and broken quite a lot. Back when Goyo had 3 shields, could deny a lot of area, and the attackers had to use so much utility just to get rid of those shields. Especially because they are explosive, that they're able to deny a lot of area, especially if they're left untouched until the last 10 seconds of the round. So, Original, what do you think so far? What are we looking?
The pullout of Goyo helps a lot with how they were pushing admin. They're going to now have to worry about an explosive shield that can be detonated from the contest. So, the Goyo was a pretty smart choice in my opinion. But sticking to the other ops, we are pretty much looking the same.
Starting shock drill.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. So Shosha is looking very confident. They're on momentum. They won the first round of the half change. I believe they're feeling very confident that they'll be able to take this round and take it to a 2-6. Let's see. So we have a drone falling into yellow. Valkyrie's gonna take quick work of that. Another drone's coming out, and drones are just dying left and right. Goyo is playing in the back of the site. Shield needs to be gotten rid of, but vaulting over that shield is always a big risk. You don't know what's going on, and especially with lack of drones on the attacker side. Intel is becoming a very valuable thing to have. Now Goyo actually goes down but not out. Probably will be able to be picked up by his friends. let's see. Yes, and indeed, Soul, who is playing on the Goyo, is able to walk up. Um, only 20 HP though, but still, it's better to be alive than dead. Um,
A bomb has been
HP not
located.
looking in favor of defenders, however, still 5 versus 5. Everybody's still alive. 1 minute left on the clock, so we're looking at a very action-packed minute of this round left. C4 is being ripped, and that, oh my goodness, that was the plan of the defenders for that C4. Took quick work of Buck, and that's the first death of the round. Only 45 seconds left.
Yes, yes. This is a very likable situation for the defenders because now you have the Buck taken away, which is
Device planted.
which has a pretty strong weapon on top of vertical delay.
And that's one. So when the diffuser goes down on site, diffuser's down. Unfortunately, I don't believe this is able to be recoverable by the attackers, and that's
15
indeed.
seconds left.
Only one person left, has to take quick work and has to still go for the plan. Pretty much sandwiched by a lot of players. Able to go for the exit frags, however.
1v1.
One last person able to stick the diffuser. Oh my goodness, however, that Maestro cam will save that round. The fact that Maestro was the last one alive and just not enough time to execute that plan. And the HP wasn't looking in the favor of Nomad. Very, very close round. I feel like every single round just goes down to the last 10 seconds.
I
So
do
we
think
see-
that was a very great round for the defenders, especially since they brought out the Goyo, which held the attackers at certain spots where they had to wait for the Goyo shield to go off or push it and take the chance. And that did lead to Buck getting taken out by a Goyo shield and the attackers having to wait for the other ones to go off.
Definitely, that Goyo secured that kill on the Buck. Very, very good first initial frag on the defense side. So by just having that shield, it gives so much pressure to that Buck.
Attackers need to locate and
He wasn't
defuse
sure
as many
what to do
bombs
with
as
it.
they can.
Simply because it's such a key position. Can't really overcommit on it. So we're seeing now TOG is going downstairs into the basement side. Again, we see Maestro and Valkyrie come out. A lot of intel for the defenders. And fairly simple team composition. We have Jaeger, Mozzie, and Smoke. Nothing really too crazy going on from the defense side. And I don't believe attackers are going to change anything. It's going to be still everybody's playing their roles. And still another Twitch coming out. Feeling very confident on the Twitch players.
I'm more surprised with the amount of use of Maestro has been prevalent for TOG that they haven't brought a either an Ash or Zofia to help with getting rid of those evil eyes. They're basically relying on that Twitch to do their job for them. And as you saw last round, that could have been the round for Shosha, but sadly it wasn't because that Maestro camp it stopped them from getting that plan down.
Well, exactly. And that's why Zofia is just being played so much more commonly, and that's the wall. Instantly goes down. We have 2 minutes, 30 seconds left on the clock. And the main breach is already open. Quite an amazing feat accomplished by the attackers. Now they just have to utilize it properly.
We see this play. We see the Jaeger and the IQ, I believe, play out on Nomad. Sorry, play out on admin, trying to stall time for the Jaeger.
Yeah. So CEO being contested. So Twitch actually goes down, but able to secure 1 frag on Valkyrie. Valkyrie is currently being the lead player of the defensive side for TOG. Twitch goes down, and I don't think they're able to have any answers for those Maestro cams again. Jaeger, another very good gun, unfortunately goes down for the defender side. However, I believe it's still looking in the favor of the defenders. If they're just able to survive and waste the attacker's time, they will be able to hold side, especially those Maestro cams that have been helping them quite a bit.
Yes, definitely. Yes, definitely. I do feel like the defenders will need to play slightly more aggressive to try to get the man advantage back into the way of the defenders. But downstairs being a bunker style type fight, may be beneficial for them to just play it out and waste time as much as possible until the last few seconds, where this Mozzie should be able just to flank and get maybe 1 or 2 free
Attackers
easy
located a
picks.
bomb.
So this makes me think, oh, there you go. So Maestro is able to hit the frag, but gets refragged almost instantly by an IQ. If Mozzie just wraps around very quickly, Intel's already out there. Mozzie's able to secure a frag. Now it's just a 2v2, looking in the favor of the defenders. Namada's only at 20 HP, 30 seconds left on the clock. Smoke has been spotted, though, in the office. We have a defender still playing upstairs. And there we go. So Nomad goes top of the out. Actually gets killed. Thermite is pushing in. They know exactly where he is. Cameras are out. They're
10
even
seconds
bulletproof. Has to be able to secure those frags. Goes out. No, TOG is able to still hold this site. TOG is looking very, very confident holding these sites at this point. Wow, what a close round. It looked like the attackers almost had it. There was a significant man advantage. And Maestro was traded.
Last
Quite
round, they did not have any bandits, so the wall was a free take for the attackers. And surprisingly enough, they didn't even take advantage of the wall being open. They did not push in and take their chances with going in and with the Maestro cams. So they had to wait until the time was ticking.
Oh, absolutely. The fact that they could just open the wall for free,
Attackers need to locate
it
and
gave them
defuse
so much
bomb.
time to work with. It was open at the mark of 2 minutes and
have
30
located a
seconds.
bomb.
So I understand why they would try to contest upstairs, because they can return to this wall anytime during the round for that execute. So we're going to the third site, and that's going to be press and lobby. Definitely kind of an underdog site that's being played. Not a lot of teams prefer the site simply because it's just maybe too open. Especially being on the first floor. Have to hold upstairs, quite a vertical site. And we
5 seconds
see
left.
a castle come out for the defender side. Again, same lineup for the attackers. And unfortunately, I don't believe that they have an answer to the castle.
They do not. They do have breach charges, but other than that, they don't have any or any far range attacking like Sophia, Ash, stuff like that.
Q being a crucial pick, especially with those Valkyries and Maestro coming out. Jaeger is trying to fight upstairs. Holding top is essential when you're defending this site. And I believe attackers are gonna give them what they want. They're gonna give them those gunfights.
Learning out at administration, trying to get top control before they can get off a plan. You do have the dock with a peek hole down down to the top of these stairs. Castle chilling out in projector.
So Castle has been spotted. However, the Castle Barricade is gonna protect them excellently. Simply because Buck just cannot destroy it. Sledge is probably the best answer you can bring towards a castle. Buck, being an alternative to Sledge, just cannot counter that operator very well. So Buck actually goes down by a dog, I believe, that played in the bathroom. That's one of the soft breaches already out the way. Even if they get top control, I don't believe they can do much, simply because Buck is no longer in the game.
You have IQ holding off the dock in bathroom. But the dock, knowing that there's a repel, isn't going to move back. You have Twitch here, ready to take a push. Oh! From Spiral Stairs, you got the Valk. Valk winning her gunfight, but IQ killing the dock. Valk dying in the end.
So within 10 seconds, the whole round is actually flipping upside down. We have so many people going down, and it's not looking good for the attackers at this point. That Valkyrie was able to hit those shots just because she was traded. She was able to create an essential opening for those defenders. Let's see, that got reduced to 2v1. shots being landed, and TOG is looking extremely strong now on their defense. Was able to pick themselves back up.
Earlier on through the game, you saw Shosha winning, like dominating in their gunfights, taking 1v1s, going upstairs, just dominating. But later on, it's looking like TOG pick themselves back up and is winning the gunfights back in a favorable position. Now being 5-5 on the leaderboard.
Now Ying is gonna be shown this time. I believe they brought Buck beforehand. They're gonna show a Ying. Probably gonna get 6 picked unless they actually want to play Ying. Now Ying got popularized quite a lot 2 weeks ago when she got an extra Candela and a smoke grenade.
Defenders,
She
protect
can
your
burn,
bombs from being
she can
defused
burn
by
away
attackers.
3 Jaeger ADSs pretty much with 1 shot of her Candela. And now I believe she has become a quite popular pick amongst teams in the competitive level simply because she got smoke grenades. Smoke grenades add so much advantage to the attackers, especially for pre-planned, even post-planned positioning. What do you think? Is this Ying gonna contribute a lot to this round?
I don't think it's going to be too much unless they're playing on not worrying about admin and just taking yellow, immediately smoking stuff off and trying to get a more rush-styled approach of a take. Other than that, I don't feel like the Ying will be too much of use. Better pick mate would have probably been a Zofia or an Ashe to take out those Evil Eyes, which has been a prominent problem for them in the past.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from. Obviously, this is the team that they're quite experienced in on this map. So I believe, just with their past experience, they believe that Twitch is a more prominent pick, which I can definitely respect. So only time can tell how this run is gonna shape up. Goyo is being brought alongside with Maestro and Valkyrie. Again, those shields just have to be answered somehow. And Twitch is probably the only person that can roll them up. If she can. Oh my god, I'm having a brain fart. See, I'm having a brain fart at this point. Been talking too much.
Now, Twitch's Twitch drones cannot actually activate the Goyo shields, but it does seem that normal guns and shrapnel will be able to. So hopefully, actually no, there was no frag grenades on the attacker team. It seems like Nomad takes out what appears to be Mute. It is now a 4v5 situation with 1 minute 30 left.
Now connector windows getting contested. Baron is able to take out that Nomad. So a lot of utilities going away from the attackers, especially Nomad being an extremely valuable operator for post-plant positioning and rotate cutoff. Still that window is getting contested, trying to capitalize on the defenders who might be overcommitting and trying to pick that window. So 1 minute 12 left on the clock. Stuff is going to happen very, very, very soon. They have to execute their push. Now Goyo is being trapped downstairs, fighting on these stairs. Ying is able to create an opening, taking out that Jaeger. Now Ying just has to capitalize on that opening while their defenders are trying to scramble together. I don't believe they know where they're at. And we know that 2 defenders are in bathroom. Ying is gonna get her Candelas off, flashing outside, and I do believe she went for the Maestro instead, and the defenders are able to take out a lot of people. So 2 people go down from the attacking side. So it's now to 2v3 in favor of the defenders.
It does not look like there was a call towards the bathroom holes. So for the not the Sophia, for the Ying
15 seconds
properly
remaining.
take that fight.
And I do believe it's almost game over for the
10
defense.
seconds to go.
Sorry, for the offense, my bad. Replay C4 goes off, and I believe defense is gonna take this round at this point. Diffuser cannot be put down. Pit picks up 1 frag, but that is quite insignificant simply because just Diffuser cannot go down. Quite unfortunate.
That Ying was a very interesting play. She still had almost all of her utility left in play, but yet she did not use any of it until the final seconds before she died. She still had all of her candelas and all of her smokes, but she did not use them for her friendlies to go in and push and try to plant.
Definitely, I do believe maybe it was a misplay on the Ying's part, because side was flashed away, so side was probably clear, or defenders inside would have been flashed, and maybe it wasn't a good choice to run into that bathroom under the gunfire. So probably there was no call out for people staying in that bathroom. Now we're gonna go into the cafeteria garage. Tog is looking very confident, taking Shosha onto the basement.
Attackers need to locate and
And
defuse
this
bombs.
is looking very like a close game. It's going to be the last round of this game. So it's either going to go in favor of Dog, or Shosha is able to tie it out.
Yeah. TOG having their prevalent picks of Maestro and Valkyrie, as usual. You've seen them pick them for the last 3 times.
Definitely. Same lineup coming from the attackers. Now they take away Ying for this one, banking on the fact that they're gonna go downstairs most likely. And I don't believe just Ying did a lot of things for that last round, so I believe it was a good call to switch her out. Maestro and Valkyrie is just a solid lineup for the defenders. We've seen it pretty much every single round. Maestro, I believe Maestro played every round of this game, and it's round 12, and we see Maestro play every single one of them.
With still no bandit on the defending team to counter out the thermite, the wall will be able to get opened up very easily, and it seems that TOG is going to be doing a more aggressive roam with bringing out the vigil instead of any hard counter. And they also have the walls up in the bathroom reinforced, so it's easier for them to hold out a little bit longer.
Definitely, but let's talk about it. So by banning Kaid, you pretty much leave out Bandit to be the only breach denial, also with Mute. However, it's very easy to counter that Bandit charge all the way from yellow. Alright, so in my opinion, they're just not bringing Bandit simply because the no wall is going to get opened up anyway, so why waste, or why bring an operator that's going to get countered very, very easily when you can bring a Vigil, who's also 3 speed, has an amazing weapon, but can deny their roam much, much better.
Yeah. It looks like TOG's trying to play the more aggressive game than the delay game without bringing the bandit, bringing people like Vigil, bringing smoke and have a lot of intel. Looks like they're just trying to make it a quick shutout, but you do see the IQ getting a quick pick on Jaeger at top yellow. Jaeger looking like he overextended to the IQ getting that successful pick. Valkyrie trying to take out the bandit, or not the bandit, or contest the buck from above, but running instead because the buck is pursuing her. Valk now in piano holding.
So Buck actually drops down the hatch, but only 1 minute left on the clock. So this is the last minute of our game today. Quite exciting. So Vigil's able to take out Buck, however he gets defracked quickly by the Twitch. Still looking in the attacker's favorite. Only Maestro, Valkyrie, and Smoke left for the defense side with 45 seconds left on the clock. Valkyrie's not even on side, she's playing up top in piano, being very, very quiet, sneaky beaky like. We'll probably be able to take out an attacker who could overextend, maybe not drone, and I doubt anyone is gonna drone at this point. It's only 30 seconds left on the clock. Attackers are making their way in, and they're able to execute a plan. Now this could be a round that attackers could actually pick up. Oh my goodness. Maestro starts pushing into the side beside the white van. Smoke is holding a tight position on yellow, and the attackers are all outside. I believe this could be a tie-up game. Horizon picks up that frag. Nomad charge goes off. Maestro goes down, and I believe it's gonna be a tie. I don't think the range of these weapons could counter. However, Smoke is on the defuse. 3 seconds left. If they're not able to defuse, able to get picked up, and Shosha ties out the game, and it's our tie today. 12 rounds, extremely close game. TOG picked it up so much. Shosha was looking so strong on defense, taking 4 rounds. But TOG, we know how strong they are, right? Do not underestimate our TOG players. They were able to come back and tie out this game.
It's a goddamn shame.